Yeah.
I mean, the things that they can physically do is off the chart. I mean, you know, when I was breaking in, I couldn't even fathom, even think of the things that they do now.
Yeah.
But what happens when you learn that style, like if you're going to get on the top rope and you do a double backflip onto somebody onto the floor, that's what the audience gets conditioned to see. So they're not as invested in that character. They don't care as much about the character as they are about what they're going to do that's going to blow your mind. So what ends up happening when you first do that one flip off the top, you know, well, after a couple of times they've seen that, okay, well, now what do you got for me? So they got to continue to up their game.
Isn't that good?
You know, they got to continue. Okay, well, now I got to do 2 flips and a twist and a, you know, and do it on the concrete.
Yeah.
You know, where what my process was like, I have to have people invested in what I'm doing. They have to care whether or not I'm getting my teeth kicked in, or you know, they have to be invested in that character. Wrestling is not about, you know, doing flips. Wrestling is you're telling a story, and you use the wrestling moves to help tell the story. It's not about the moves. It's
That's
like
right.
you said in your opening there. It's the battle of good and evil. Now, obviously, through the years, that area has got really gray. You know, who's good, who's bad. I mean, I'm a good guy. Look at me.
Yes, you are.
You know, I mean, who on earth would ever think a tattooed 6'8", 300 and some odd pound guy is going to be, oh, I love him, man. You know, but that's just. But that was the way. You know, I wanted people to be invested in the character, not what necessarily, you know, obviously the things that we do help that, but, you know, but I was never one to think, okay, well, I've got to do some kind of crazy, dangerous, you know, I mean, I did some really stupid things, don't get me wrong, but I mean, overall, it was all about longevity and keeping people, you know, you have to keep your finger on the pulse of what your audience is, you know, because they you know,
they'll tell you what to do, won't they?
Oh yeah, really quick. You know, I mean, you jump off of the top rope a couple times, and you hear that, and you think, okay, this is the way I'm supposed to do it. Well, you're not going to do it long. You know, I mean, it's the body is not made to take that kind of punishment. I mean, everybody has all their preconceived ideas about what wrestling is. The human body is not made to take that, and especially when you figure you're doing it for 250, 270 days a year.
I can't imagine.
Over a stretch of time, you can only imagine that, you know, things are going to happen. But yeah, so that was kind of the way I approached it. I wanted people to care about the character, and more so than.
And you do a great job too of using pauses, you know, turning the head, looking, letting things build.
Let it breathe.
Let it breathe. We can all learn from that.